Ladies and gentlemen, people of all ages, sizes, and colors, we are back for another one. Let's do it.
All right, guys, Scar. This one's for you. The beat is fire and I'm ready to go because it's time for the Basco scenario. Some people like flair, some people like flash, but if it ain't hot, some people call it trash. I call him vanilla chocolate. He just like money fits well in my pocket. Watch it now or watch it later. His name's so fly, it means liberator. Sit back, relax, and watch the show. Gascar, get ready, man. It's time to go. Peace. Basco scenario coming to you each and every week. Peace.
Is there any stuff? Welcome back to another episode of The Hangout. It is Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. We're almost there to go watch. Well, some people were privileged enough to see it yesterday, but I'm going to go seeing it on Sunday because we don't like the 3D thing. And I lost Fletcher. Where did Fletcher go?
There he is.
There you go, Fletcher. Damn.
Oh,
yeah, we don't like the 3D thing. So the times that it views in standard theater close to our house, which is not so comfortable, the chairs is early in the day, and we all work. So
So
you're see it in a nice reclining.
What day? You on Saturday?
I'm going Sunday at 12:30. Yeah,
Okay.
going to a new mall just opened up, and they opened up a whole new theater thing. So
Nice. Yeah. Who's all going? Who are you going with?
me and my wife.
Oh, she's going to the theater?
Yeah.
Surprise.
She likes Superman. Yeah, she likes Superman. She said, "I'll only go if I go to a comfy theater."
I will say that in my theater, it was a mix of people, like young, old. I consider my view. I saw I'm pretty sure it was grandfather, dad, and little kid, and they were all wearing superhero man shirt.
Yeah.
Did you have anybody in costume? Because we had my brother was laughing his head off. A guy just in a Superman costume.
We had a bunch of the Superman shirts. A couple of people had capes on. It's a shirt and a cape, but no one was like fully dressed up. But
I had one kid with like Superboy. You know that one, the punk rock Superboy one from when Superman did kind of that one stint. He had a full on costume. It was like two girls, but the theater was packed, and like I said, it was a mixed bag of like young and old.
This one. That was Punk Superboy. Okay. Hold on a second. Keep on talking.
Yeah, remember when there was like black? There was John Steele, the Black Superman. Then they had which was Steele. They did him in the CW show, right?
I don't know. Oh, that version. Okay. Yeah, it was the right after the death of Superman. That all of a sudden, like you had a couple of Superman. Yeah, I know you're saying the couple of Superman show up. You had Steel, him, the Eradicator, Cyborg Superman. Yeah,
right. Steel was there.
Yeah. Tell you what, some of these people were sitting on the front row of the IMAX. Boy, I bet your eyes are just wide.
Yeah, the guys. We had that was an RTX studio. It wasn't Regal studio. It wasn't IMAX, but the people in the front row, I know they were like this the whole time.
There was an earlier showing, and that's exactly the theater was sold out.
Yeah,
and it was the two first rows, and it's the big screen. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I saw like 2 or 3 seats that are open. They were up front. The rest of it was packed.
Yeah, same here. Ours wasn't. I think it was kind of like it's a different brand. It's like one of those here like a home brand over here, like in Illinois, and it was like, I mean, it's the size of an IMAX, but it had like wider thing. I guess it's their own thing that they're doing, but the seats are like the bigger recliners. It looks like G Major's OG gaming chair style, like full on and stuff. So those were cool.
The theater I'm going to, they have the reclining chairs, and they have something called a D-box chairs.
Yeah,
which are the ones that vibrate and move.
You feel it. So,
Yeah, it's like
that's cool.
I was
Not-
like almost
it 40
$60.
yet?
Almost $60 for me and my wife just to sit on those
Sure.
chairs.
It
And
probably-
it
yeah.
ended up 30 something just on the regular recliner. We're
Yeah.
like, we'll take the regular recliner, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, those
man,
are
I'll
crazy. Me and my wife went to a movie. I forgot what movie it was, but the lady next to us didn't put her seatbelt on, and she
Yeah.
almost flew out of the seat. It was like a tiny Filipino lady, and we were like, "Lady," my wife's like, "Go help that lady." I'm like, she don't want no, colored people showing up helping her.
We went to the theater and the seatbelt didn't work.
The seatbelt didn't work. No karaoke.
I will say this though, that last night was one of the better movie going experiences I had in a long time. Far as
yeah,
like the crowd,
I agree.
like
I
everybody was clapping when they're supposed to clap. No one was
Really?
no rowdiness. Everybody was quiet. I didn't see no kind of rowdiness and everything. Like I said, there were people from all ages were in there, so everybody was very
That's good.
Yeah.
That's
everybody
good to hear.
had a good laugh
Yeah.
here and there.
Yeah.
And, everybody was really nice.
I even saw where a couple people were in the wrong seats. They said, "Oh, I'm sorry." They no fuss, nothing like that.
Yep.
It was like
I had that too.
yeah. So
That's good, man. Because the thing is, right, and what I've seen reviews, it's really split. Like some guys that I've watched said, "Wow, amazing," and other guys like, "I didn't like it," and other people had issues with. I stopped at this when they. Thank God, the people that do this actually say, "Okay, now I'm going into spoilers," and before she went into spoilers, she had a major issue with the fact that he got beat up a lot in the movie.
See, I'm the opposite of that. I actually I felt that this version of Superman that James Gunn doing, he's more relatable, and you're going to see the more quote unquote human aspect of him,
Right?
Where the stuff that he's dealing with in this movie, not just like the fights, but like the emotional stuff, the toll of being Superman itself with the public and everything, the decision he makes and the consequences that he makes, even though he's trying to do good, it doesn't always come off as that in the movie.
Plus, is a younger Superman that's been like, I think at the beginning it says like 3 years since he started doing the whole thing. So he's kind of like a young into the superheroing and stuff. That's saying, I think my wife liked it more than I did.
This
we were actually split on it.
I will say this: the average moviegoer in America is going to love this movie. I think.
Yeah, I think
so. The normies, you think the normies are
going to love this movie. Now, if you're a hardcore Superman fan, you might be able to critique it and everything.
Right.
Yeah. I could sit here and there's something I could probably critique in the movie. But I enjoyed myself the entire way through the movie. I thought it was action packed. It kept going. It never was like a dull moment in a sense. The jokes I thought hit. There was one running joke that I thought was funny throughout the whole thing with Jimmy Olsen. That cracked me up the whole way through. So, but honestly, I'm just gonna say this: the two people that stole the show were Miss Terrific and Crypto. They steal the show in the movie.
Ooh, okay,
they steal the show.
Go ahead, G. You were gonna say something. Go ahead.
I'll go with Mr. Terrific and Lex Luthor.
Okay.
And one thing about you want to add about this movie is it's not an origin story; it's a rookie story.
Yes.
And I love that because we do not need to rehash his origin. You don't know his origin by now. I don't know. Tell you need to wake up.
And they do a good job in the first part of the movie, setting up the world without doing the origin part of the story.
Exactly.
It's like a Star Wars crawl in a sense. They tell you what's been going on.
Yeah.
Things like that. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What's up, Anik's in the house, hey fellas.
And I will say this: as much trailer that they had, they didn't really show a lot of the movie.
And Danny comes in and says, "What up, fellas? Have a great show. I just got in. I'm dragging, watching. I watched DJ and G Major's review. Both were fantastic. I'll have a great rest of the way. I saw both of them as well. They were good, man.
Nice.
Thank you.
The only one I didn't see was Rob.
What about mine? Nobody saw mine. That's messed up, man.
What? You didn't do yours? Did you do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did one.
What? Why
What?
did I
I
get a
didn't know.
notification?
Oh,
I didn't
man,
get a
forget
alert.
it.
I didn't get a
Nah,
notification
forget
I
it.
didn't get notification.
I didn't get a notification.
I got you,
Nick,
David. I didn't get yours.
Nick Jones says, how many end credits at DJ without spoiling?
I would say 2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
two and a half.
yeah,
Two and a half. 2.5.
yeah.
Because the first one not really is part of the movie, but at the very tail end of the movie, so I wouldn't consider that end credit scene, but it's kind of end credit scene. And
Yeah.
then you have one, and then you have one at the very end of the credits. So
Right. Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
which
So
I like. I like how they did it at the end when they explained that whole thing. And not do spoilers right now.
yeah.
Yeah. No spoilers.
Shifty says, I got a huge potential issue with this movie. I don't know the context, no spoilers, but it involves something Jarrell says, which is a big as a problem with what Snyder had Pa can't say in Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with Shifty
Hey.
on that one.
Oh, I love them. The cancer. Well, they're pure country like a
It gives
mother.
me
Boy,
balls.
His mom cracked me up, man.
Oh, his mom was straight up.
That was sweet.
So the humor was okay, wasn't overdone.
It wasn't overdone.
Oh, go ahead.
No.
I've seen critics talking about James Gunn inflicting too much, funniness, and I was like, no, I thought it was perfect. I
Yeah,
had no
okay.
problem with it.
All right.
I
The
think
one thing I didn't-
Well, that would answer Basil's thing. See, Basil says, it gives me hope. I'm still worried about the funny stuff.
I will say there was never a point where I rolled my eyes at a joke.
Gotcha.
Right.
One
You know?
with Mr. Terrific. Me and my wife rolled our eyes.
Okay.
On
Oh, really?
one, yeah, you know which one I'm talking about. G-Man, you guys know which one I'm probably talking about. Right?
Yeah.
I went a little too long on that one, and me and my wife were looking at each other like, "What?"
Oh, when they're trying to push the joke through too much,
No.
and it's just
No, it was just-
the yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm
When they were-
talking about.
when they were-
Don't
yeah.
say it.
And they're go for a ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know-
Okay. I'll give you that one. Fast. Yeah.
Right?
That went a little too long. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I will say that one.
Because
Yeah.
my wife loved it, but that's one where me and her
It went
were
on
looking at
about
each other
5
like,
seconds
what?
too long.
Right? Yeah, it was like, okay. What are they trying to say?
Like you got the first two laughs. Like, okay, we laughed. Now let's keep it going. Like, come on.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
yeah. I forgot about that. I'll give you that one, Fletch.
One thing I'm glad, because I mentioned in my review, it wasn't too convoluted, that it's just so many characters, you're going to miss the points. Everything flowed really good.
Everything flowed. And the way they introduce characters in, to the storyline, yeah. So
cool.
I will just as far as Lex go, Rosenbaum's still the best, obviously.
Yeah.
G was saying that. G's saying that he really liked his Lex in his review.
I liked him and didn't like him in aspects.
All right.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. There's some aspects I really liked about it.
Yeah.
And there's something I was kind of like, okay, that's just kind of annoying a little bit with it, but
Mm-hmm.
overall, I think he did a good job. But there's something I could like critique on the Lex, you know.
I
Man, I
think
can't wait for you to watch it so we
I
can
know.
talk all
Sorry, guys.
I'm being vague as possible as I can.
Right.
you might have to hijack.
Because
You
me
might have
and
to hijack
DJ
his review.
when DJ said that, I'm literally going like,
Yeah.
I know exactly
You see what I'm
what
saying,
this
right?
thing-
I don't want spoilers. Not only for
Yeah.
that, for people that are gonna watch this.
Oh,
film.
yeah.
I hate people that they're trying to.
It's way too early for it.
It's not
you know,
even out in like I think like parts of like Spain or anything.
Yeah,
like I
no,
have
it's
friends-
it's
Premiere's
worldwide.
tonight, right?
Worldwide.
Tonight.
Yeah, there's a premiere tonight. It's worldwide on Friday. It's early showing on Thursdays in selective countries. That sucks because I really wanted to go tomorrow, but I have real life work and stuff is way crazy.
It worked out for me with the Prime thing because I'm traveling tomorrow.
Right,
I'm traveling all weekend. So
Right, that was perfect.
It worked out perfect.
that's awesome.
What were you guys seated at? Did you sit in the middle? Were you on the back?
See, you don't like black man's jokes. See what I told you?
Oh,
Danny,
no.
Before that, I don't support Negro bean lovers.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't see that comment. I don't support Negro bean lovers. That's why I don't watch it.
Oh, negro. He meant to say negro. Negro.
Yeah.
Negro.
But we have brown and
We have
white beans
all type
too.
of colors. We don't discriminate on
lima
our
beans.
frijoles, man.
Yeah.
We don't.
We even got green lentils.
Yes, it's true. Facts. Fetch is preaching facts now.
Come on.
Yeah,
We
all
all eat
color
chitlins,
lentils.
man. We all eat chitlins and pig feet.
But what I like best about this movie is, and I like Man of Steel. I'm not knocking Man of Steel. This is totally different. This is
Snyder Shill.
apparently not. This is his own movie. This is his own Superman. I like the brightness of the movie, the overwhelming feeling of hope that you get throughout this whole movie.
So you get the hope.
It's very. I don't know. It just. I like the more positive side of it and everything.
It's bright.
And I like seeing him struggle. Because you can relate to him.
Gotcha.
I agree with you. I do like Man of Steel. It was gritty though.
Mm-hmm.
Superman is the Boy Scout of the DC Comics, and I like the way they made this movie. I actually felt like watching the live action of the Superman the animated series.
I hear people say I haven't seen that. I hear people saying it a lot.
Yeah, it's I would say some of it. Yeah.
So I kind of felt that it was like that, and that's I enjoy. You can't talk so much about this thing. Yeah. It's just been great.
I love the title tag. How it looks like the old retro Superman.
Yeah,
I love that.
Well, that's what we all thought when we started seeing all these trailers and stuff, right? And then I even said it on the trailers that it gives you, and even the score, right? It brings you back to the Christopher Reeve time. Yeah, exactly. So that's what I liked about it.
This scene with her. That goes way longer, and that's a good. Their chemistry throughout the movie is perfect.
Like, really?
Yeah, between him.
She got that Margaret Kidder feel. You know what I'm talking about? She felt like Margaret Kidder from the 1978 movie.
We got Robert Storm's in the house.
Remember I was playing about the can? In context, that scene is more meaningful.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And no, there's no spoilers, Rob. We're not going to spoil anything because I haven't seen it. It's very vague. They're just talking about how good the acting was and stuff like that, and they're not giving away anything.
Yeah, don't freak out.
Danny's like, you better leave, Rob. I told you, Danny, we like all types of frijoles, even the white ones.
Blanco.
Los blanquitos. Yeah.
Tortillas.
That little girl was dumb. I'm sorry. That little girl was dumb. That girl was standing there. You shouldn't say little girl. He shouldn't have saved her. I'm sorry.
I tell you what, I will have one gripe with the crowd standing around when something's going around. Mm-hmm. My ass been gone.
But I guess there's probably used to stuff happening all the time in the city. They live in that world where
back. This is going back to the it's going back to the old style, like you were saying, right?
Yeah.
That's cool, man. So you said go ahead, Fletch.
I think especially if you liked Peacemaker and like James Gunn's Suicide Squad, I think you're gonna like the new DCU because this is kind of like a launching pad, for normies. And I think so I think this is if you liked the James Gunn's kind of humor, and if you liked Peacemaker, Suicide Squad, the Guardian stuff, you're gonna love it. It has that same kind of kinetic energy.
I don't think every movie's gonna be like this because he's gonna have other directors doing movies.
That's true.
I heard today that he's reaching out to Ryan Coogler for a movie. So
just heard that too. Yeah.
So each one's gonna have a different feel to it.
Static Shock. No, I'm kidding.
Well, he already said he's not. No, he's already dissing all the Static Shock people. I heard about that. That got me mad. But that's an interesting with Coogler because remember that now is coming out that Sinners, like their whole part of their wardrobe was taken
from
a concept for Blade. That was going to happen because remember when first Sinners came out, me and Bosco was talking about it.
Yep.
And because we saw it a long, even when people were talking about it, we were talked about it. We said this this sounds like Blade, right? And
Mhm.
from what so now we know that they had some of the costumes for it.
No,
You
the
know,
costume designer for Blade he brought from there to the movie.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So what we're thinking is like nobody's saying that, but we're thinking like this was pitched as Blade, like a Blade type of movie. Disney said no. Coogler said, "Cool, I'm gonna just make it myself." Right?
Mhm.
And
Kind of
now,
felt that way.
yeah, it kind of, and then the Blade stuff is in limbo, but now all of a sudden it's almost like, Coogler and Disney's like, all right, now he's in talks with DC. It's like, they might be
I,
trying to steal him.
I don't think he pitched it to Disney. I think because I watched interviews with him. He was always he's a big horror movie fan. He said, and he's always been fascinated with vampires and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so he what's the one with Tom Hanks? Yeah,
Tom Hanks.
no, not Tom Hanks. Tom Cruise.
Oh, Dracula?
No, Interview with the Vampire.
The Vampire.
There you go.
That one and Queen of the Dam. He was a big fan of those. Growing up, he said so. That was kind of his influence for this movie and everything. So, but who knows? I mean, I hope to see him part of this. It'd be cool to see his take on something, in this universe.
Let me ask DJ and Fletch, do you believe my man who plays Superman is also a good Clark Kent?
We were kind of split. I liked him as Clark Kent, even though he's not Clark Kent too much. Um, I think my wife has said, because she liked it way more than I did, and she said that she didn't kind of believe sometimes Corn Sweet in like his acting, like it was a little bit, and just the way the emotions and stuff like that kind of geared. And it to me, I guess after I thought about it, it did kind of feel that way, but I just feel like I think they cut a lot of this movie. I think this was a like 3-hour movie.
Okay.
And what I felt,
Yeah.
it could be just my feeling, but it just kind of felt like I think they really shortened it, because I think they wanted to explore a whole lot more stuff, and I think that's why maybe his performance is a little jumpy. But I think as Clark Kent, I thought he was great. I like that part.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm thinking about it, like we only saw like 2 scenes of him actually as Clark.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, he's talking to Lois, but he's just being himself at that point. He's not, and she knows
He's not pretending.
Right,
He's not
right.
pretending. So we really didn't get to see him as Clark. So it's hard to really give a good opinion on his Clark.
What's up, DQ?
Does that make sense? And
Okay.
what Fletcher was saying about how the cuts and everything. I heard initially the movie was supposed to be like filmed day by day, like have title cards. Monday,
Right.
this happens. Tuesday, this happens.
Oh,
A week
really?
from the event where it starts to the end,
Right.
it goes like a full week of all this happening. So that's kind of why I think it feels the way it feels. It's like it's missing a little bit of something in between,
Uh-huh.
in the way it flows. Because it does feel kind of rushed through some areas of the movie, and I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I do feel like they had like I think they had a bigger movie, and they had to
trim it down.
compress it a little bit.
It's only a 2-hour movie, right? It's only 2 hours, right?
2 hours and 9
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
No, it's not bad.
No.
It's quick.
It didn't. There was pace time was perfect.
Yeah.
It didn't, drag here and there. Nothing. It just everything had your interest. So no, it was good. It was good.
Gotcha. DQ's in the house says, hi, everyone. Less is more sometimes, he says. Basel says, I'll still watch it, but probably on the plane because I doubt they will have the movie close to the resort this weekend. Oh,
what
you
resort
going to traveling?
Where you
Hold
go-
on.
Where you going?
Where you going, buddy?
Take us.
Where you going?
Oh yeah, you gonna invite nobody, man? What's up?
Shifty says, I watched Sinners on Max just like Soul Inside Out and Into the Spider-Verse. The real world aspects were much more interesting than the fantastical elements.
Yeah.
You see the toy line that McFarlane Toys did for this whole movie?
No.
Yeah, I
No,
saw some
Oh
of
yeah,
them.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So yeah.
I haven't seen him. No.
Yeah, they did a whole video. James Gunn and Todd McFarlane.
Oh, you were showing them. That's cool.
Yeah,
I was gonna
Yeah.
watch it.
like they threw it back to each other, right? They were like,
Yeah.
"Take it away, James."
Mhm.
Yeah. DQ says hi. How woke is it? How
Well,
woke is it?
Oh
It's-
no, it ain't.
well,
no,
if you don't like immigrants
Yeah,
being
yeah, yeah.
persecuted, then it's woke.
Hey,
Well,
point
don't
out,
tell anybody because you know.
you know, them two other countries, you know what they're supposed
Yeah.
to be like.
If you don't like immigrants, here illegally, technically, and doing work and then get persecuted for it, then yeah, you won't like it.
That's well, as an actual immigrant, there was
Indeed.
no actual like all the stuff in the what was it, the red carpet stuff that they were trying to get him to say and all that stuff. Yeah, it's
Really?
not. Yeah, there's some parts that are on
They're
the
trying to.
nose,
They're trying to.
but
No,
yeah,
Okay.
because only because here in the States, all the right wing MAGA people are like, oh, I'm not going to see this, it's immigrants because James
Because
Gunn
of what he
said
said about
he's an immigrant. Superman's an immigrant. He's an immigrant story. It's been like that way since the beginning of Superman. He's an immigrant. He's even in the past.
He's a freaking alien.
He's an alien. He's literally
Yeah.
an illegal alien.
well,
You know,
he
so-
is
The
he
most
is-
best immigrant in the world.
Yeah.
The thing is
actually
they're
a
trying
refugee.
they're trying to weaponize it, right? They're trying to weaponize the whole immigrant thing and just
Yeah, but that was the media. It wasn't.
Yeah, exactly.
It wasn't like part of the thing. It was like the media
Exactly.
going after it, and then like everybody started picking it up just because of what the media said. It's not what like everybody said. James Gunn's brother was got caught up in it and all stuff, but did not really said anything. There is a part that's a little bit on the nose, and once you see it, you'll know it. But it's
Gotcha.
not like nobody says no queremos los inmigrantes, right? So there's not that there, and it's very brief, but it's not what they're saying on the news. That's for sure.
Yeah.
None of those things I think were there.
So Basel says, LOL, just a well-deserved trip to La Riviera Maya. Nice, bro.
Oh, nice.
Enjoy it, man.
Yeah. Oh, we
Yeah.
love Yucatan. Yucatan is great.
The figures are all over the place in quality. Carsworth really needs a tan in the sequel. The figures are too pasty. Dang it. Dang,
Dang.
you need a tan and everything. I
Dang.
wonder if your ass is tan. Shifty.
Well, where'd you hear
Yeah.
that from?
He has a bisexual son, right? What?
Yeah, in the
What?
movie, he has a bisexual son. Yeah. You're right. You're exactly right. He got inner twins.
Okay.
Call
The
him-
hot toy, I think, is a hot toy version of Carsworth. Looks like Shooter McGavin from Happy Gilmore.
I'm looking up the toys right now.
Oh, what about Funko?
So-
Did Funko do anything?
Yeah, it all
I-
Funko had a whole thing.
I didn't even see none.
Yeah.
Yeah, they even came out with the whole Action
saw-
Comics
Yeah.
thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
84%.
I have seen these
Go
at
ahead.
Walmart. Yeah.
84% fresh and 96% verified popcorn meter.
Yeah, I heard Jeremy Jaws didn't like it. He told, well, yeah, you got to get
Well,
drunk.
no,
I
he
was
said
wow.
some people are saying he didn't like it. He just said, it's a little bit of a mishmash, and he was like, you might be more enjoyable if you have a few drinks and stuff like that. So, but everybody's like, oh, Jimmy Johnson didn't like it. Now he's being called a Snyder shell, and I'm like, that's not true. That's
Nah.
TJ.
Oh, they got the
No,
crypto.
I'm
they
the,
got
I'm the
the
anti
crypto.
Oh, you're the gun shell. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
They got the crypto fun pop on Amazon for $15.
They got. Did you guys see the? I saw a lot of people getting the popcorn buckets. They had the one that's crypto,
Yeah.
holding the thing, and then they had the popcorn machine. The popcorn machine that's
Yeah.
a phone booth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw people buy the phone booth.
Yeah.
Ooh, they got a Les Luker. I might get that one. Ooh, that look clean. Ooh wee.
Yeah, the hot toys. I mean, they have so many of these things. I think they're gonna. It sets up a lot of things.
Okay.
I can't wait for you to watch it, bro. Because I think once
I'm
you
excited.
watch it, and then we break
I'm
it
excited to
down
watch it,
into
to be
like
honest
the
with you.
little things. Well, that's the fun thing. You don't have to talk about all the crap that we don't want in the movie. We can talk about the nitpicky things. So it's like, well, that's not in the comics, or Superman wouldn't do that because X.
I will say this: a lot of the flying fight scenes. I wish Danny was here because God, that made me want a Dragon Ball Z movie so bad. The way it was filmed.
Wait, a real Dragon Ball Z
real
movie.
Dragon Ball Z movie.
Not the blasphemy that we had.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. There was one scene when he had someone, he's beating somebody with another person. I was like, dang.
Yeah, so I remember
that. DQ says, time to let go of the Snyder stuff.
Yeah,
man, I let go of that so long ago.
I do it. I do it for fun now. I don't care. It's so funny because as soon as you say something, you get a rile out of them. It's so funny.
Seriously. Shifty says Tyrone Magnus gave it a 2 out of 5.
What?
And called it a big piece of trash with an E, like Stone Cold says.
No,
I don't watch that dude, man.
Are we surprised?
The only times I watch is when like Danny says something about him or you guys say something about him, I go and watch him. But
it's funny because all the comic book nerds that I know, there's some that like they loved it, right? And there's some that like hate it. But it isn't because, oh my gosh, it's like the worst movie out there. Nobody's saying that, right?
Right.
They're all saying, I loved it because this. And there's some people saying, I hate it because, like the comic stuff, the Superman wouldn't do X or something like. In other words, it's back to the fun talking about what movies. It's like when I talk about with some of my friends, like, I like John Carter from Mars. And people are like, that movie sucked. It's the worst ever. And I'm like, nah, because you see in the book, so it's like that kind of fun talk.
Yeah.
I watched Angry Joe's review, and he's a super Superman fan. Like, he is hardcore. And he had critiques. And I have no problem with people having critiques. And some of the critiques I heard, like, okay, that makes sense,
But see, that's what I like. When people don't like something, but at least they talk about stuff that they like.
Yeah.
They don't they don't totally just trash it and just like kind of ignorant.
Well, the movie's trash. Well, why was it trash? Oh, this trash. Yeah. The whole movie was trash. That is. Tell me why I didn't like it.
Welcome, Land on the Champion joins us and says, my theater is showing it tomorrow. Looking forward to seeing it. Ooh.
Nice.
Make sure you come back here and comment below. And I want to know what you thought of the movie about it. So, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Come on now. Tyrone already had his mind.
I wish I could adjust my numbers because I really think this is going to win the month now.
You were saying that. You think this is going to be the July killer?
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
I think it is. Because after going to see Jurassic Park last weekend and then seeing this, my theater was packed. I mean, obviously we know dinosaurs are going to put up numbers regardless, but I think this has a good chance.
I got a feeling you're right, and I got a feeling Fantastic Four might come in second.
You think?
Ooh.
Yeah, I got something.
Yeah, because
Jurassic Park, it
didn't get good reviews.
Well, I think Jurassic World is, even though it might not have gotten good reviews, it's still going to attract the kids.
Oh, yeah.
The kids,
right?
So
I taught my little boy tonight. He had Jurassic Park pajamas on tonight. So it's like, kids love dinosaurs.
Kids love dinosaurs, yeah. And it's still tracking well. Well. I think the only thing that could hurt it is that I think it's going very quickly into view on demand. I think like I don't know, like in a few weeks or something like that. So that might
we're just
slow
staying
it
for
down.
July. We're going to win July. So
I think I don't know. I say it's going to be a toss up. I don't know if Superman can hedge out Jurassic Park the way the numbers kind of.
What was the number for Jurassic Park?
It's way of 300, right?
I'm talking about just domestic. We're going
domestic 155.
Yeah.
That was for the weekend.
So. Yeah, that was the one, July 4th. Long weekend, though, right? Still the long weekend. Take that into account.
Long weekend.
F1, the movie is still hanging strong, even though
I haven't seen that yet. Anybody seen that?
I want to.
Danny saw it. He said it was good.
Danny said it was good.
Yeah, he said it was good.
It's like a movie Driven from back in the day with Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah. So, Who knows, man? Like, I think it's gonna. I mean, I number 2 and 3 spot is going to be tight. I think
I,
it's going to be
I
between
wonder what the
Jurassic
number.
World and Fantastic Four.
I wonder what the numbers are for just yesterday alone on Superman for the pre-orders on for the Prime thing.
Ooh, it won't probably
All I know
go.
is that
Maybe I
my
don't
theater
know.
was
Look, let's see
packed.
what happens. Yeah, we were packed too, but
My theater was
that's a
packed,
good
but those
question.
are all the early
7 million.
going. But the thing that was
$7.
telling was that
$7. Good lord, child.
Somebody in
That's a lot
Colombia,
of
man,
money.
made money on the movie. $7.
what? That's it.
$7.
That's funny.
Good lord, that's a lot of money.
I, a
$7.
snack of black beans. Oh,
Oh,
on
oh
and
my god.
ship them to Danny. Uh,
Oh my god, that's too funny. That is too
but
funny.
I know that when I went to see Jurassic World, it was packed with like older folks, younger folks. Like the whole theater was packed. It was the first time that I seen the theater packed like that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
this one, it's only like there's some kids, and like adults, right? And it's also like it's a special preview thing. All the nerds are gonna go.
Right.
But one of the telling parts was when I went to see the opening days in the theater that's locally here, because I had to drive to another town, right,
Right.
just to see it. Uh, the local theater here, there wasn't like no sold out screens of Superman. There was like a lot of screens for Jurassic World still,
Well,
and
Mm.
the
that
thing,
was like to
It was
me was like
they didn't
bridging
have
that.
it was only select theaters in a few screens were showing. It wasn't like a
Yeah,
mass.
yeah, yeah. It
Now
wasn't a massive thing.
watch
Yeah.
this weekend though. Every screen will be on Superman.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm
yeah,
saying. I looked at the because it has it. You know how they do like Fandango has a thing where they have like special little like when you pick your seat, it turns into kind of like an emoji,
Yeah,
like they did for Wicked, and then
yeah.
for Twisters. Now they have like an S for Superman, and like a little diner for the Jurassic World. When I looked at the seats, there were more sold out seats for Jurassic World than for Superman this weekend, at least in my area.
gotcha.
It's a very rural area. I'm sure in the cities it's probably different.
I think you'll start seeing what like Thursday and Friday the seats start filling up.
I'm really hoping it is, because
From
I think it's a better, way better movie than Jurassic World.
from what I saw, there was, because I haven't seen Jurassic World yet. I want to check out F1. So there's like 3 movies that I want to check out. 4, including if I throw in Fantastic Four.
Megan?
Nah, no, no, that I'll watch when it comes to streaming.
Yeah,
But
I
I can
was
tell
sitting
you
there
the
no.
theaters, like the good theaters, the theaters with the reclining chairs and stuff like that,
Mhm.
they're pretty much filled up pretty quick. Because I went to check seats one day, and the next day it was like forget it. And even the
Nice.
ones I picked with my wife were like 8 rows from the screen
I
only in the middle,
my
because everything else was
our
taken above.
the IMAX. I just checked the IMAX for tomorrow, and they got a lot of number of seats gone already. So I'm like, okay.
DQ says, "Do you think Schneider would do well in MCU considering his style? How about Punisher?" No, I don't want him touching anything, to be honest with you.
I can maybe see him do Punisher, but the thing is, I think he wants something bigger,
Mm.
and I don't know, man.
He doesn't have that
He had
good
it-
track record right
he had
now.
He had his chance with bigger. The
Mm.
Star Wars killer.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
Star Wars killer did not come even close to killing
It killed-
anything.
It killed itself.
Man, it didn't even kill the sequel trilogy. Sadly, sadly.
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't know. Would Snyder be good at in the Marvel universe?
Mm.
I that's it's,
Do we
it's
have
very-
any guys that do slow motion powers?
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
I think more like a cosmic thing. So maybe like a kind of like they have like
man.
they're pushing that Strange Academy or something, because he likes to do
No.
those dark stuff.
No,
Like
I'm-
Marvel,
I'm-
yeah, Marvel Zombie. I'm with David. That Marvel Zombie, that might have been there. You do
Yes,
these slow
the
mo.
zombie one, maybe.
He likes
Yeah,
doing
he
zombie things.
he's done zombies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that might be good. Yeah, I agree
Oh,
with that.
Mr. Strange
So-
Academy should be a show. It shouldn't be a movie.
I want to write this down on the champion. I'm going to put you down with our prediction. So you say 200 million, 230 million domestically for
For
Superman?
what? Oh, that's ambitious.
For what?
No,
That's
that's
ambitious.
that's
That's way
not.
too high.
For what?
That's way too high.
Man,
230 for what?
domestically for Superman opening.
Who said that?
Land on the champion.
Okay.
For opening or
Opening weekend.
Oh no.
Something dark. Basel says dinosaurs have rewatchability. Yep, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Compared to those Superman
Yeah,
movies. That's why I'm
yeah.
saying that. That's gonna be
Dinosaurs are dinosaurs.
interesting.
yeah, like
And
that. I just double checked.
Soma is in the house. Sup, y'all? How you found CW's new Supers movie?
That's. I think he's trying to mess around, huh?
They all like it, so I'm gonna probably like it too. He says DQ Zach needs to GI Joe. He would murder GI Joe. Really? A GI Joe live movie?
No,
My God.
no, be too dark.
The first two are stupid.
That's like Taika Waititi gonna do a Akira. No.
Thank
No,
God I
not
got
anymore.
Thank God I got
No,
canceled. Don't ruin
man.
don't ruin one of my favorite animes of all time.
Oh
That's
no.
in my
no,
top
no,
10.
Land of the Champion says, Guy Scar, you think Fantastic Four is gonna outdo Superman? I don't think so.
No,
I don't think it will. I think it'll come in second because they're interested to finally see Galactus and
I
see
don't
where
think
they
so.
go.
I don't know.
I don't think so. I'm gonna say something that I never thought I would actually say.
Here we go.
I think Marvel is
What?
on a decline, man.
Okay.
No
And the-
frijoles negros for you.
I'm telling you, I think it's on a decline. It's gonna have to be specific things, specific characters that are like Wolverine and Deadpool,
Well,
Deadpool and Wolverine.
we-
That's the only thing. And Spider-Man. Maybe the next Spider-Man movie is gonna do well,
But that's
but I don't think
that-
Fantastic Four is that movie.
Yeah, I said it too. I feel like the last couple of phases have been a jumble mess, and now I think it's too much on Fantastic Four's shoulders to revive this and then go straight into Doom. Like,
Yeah.
you're counting on Fantastic Four. Obviously, we know who Fantastic Four is. But it's basically a new group of superheroes in this
First
DC
Phase 6 movie.
in the MCU to basically set up one of the biggest stages we're ever going to have for a movie in the next movie.
Right.
Without any kind of other build up, no other
no other exposition.
Yeah, so I feel like the stumbling of the last couple phases after the original phases is their biggest problem.
Yeah, there's
Go
no
ahead.
building up on it. We don't have that much build up.
That's why Endgame
needs a
and
whole lot of
Infinity
build-up,
War did
yeah.
so well because it was 10 years worth of build up
Yep.
leading to those two movies.
I mean, if you want to look at it, I basically had to kind of beg my wife to go with me to go see Superman. I really wanted her take on it because I really wanted a normie take, right? Even though she hates it when I say that. Sorry, baby.
Don't you call me
it's
a
not
normie.
not like a normie, like all fandom. We're all normies.
The average moviegoer.
Yeah, the average moviegoer. So I was like, I really kind of dragged her to go see it. So she kind of wanted to see Jurassic World. I didn't force her to that one. She has absolutely no desire to go see Fantastic Four. And that's my sister, my cousins. It's like there's no way I can't even drag them. I would have to watch like a ton of chick flicks or go see an opera or something.
You gotta I hear you. It's like my daughter, right? I go, you want to come see the Superman movie? And she's like, no. And she told me before, like, she even told me before when I watched Blue Beetle and stuff like that. She goes, I don't do DC movies.
Oh,
Straight up.
DC
She's a
fan.
Marvel girl.
Yep.
They need to do another Blue Beetle because I did like that. I enjoyed
Blue Beetle got kind of screwed over too.
Yeah. Oh, it's funny because we were doing a show today with Paulie. Paulie knows the manager of Solo, Maridueña, who's Blue Beetle, and he said that I think like the manager and all stuff, they went to the premiere and they're in talks with Gunn because supposedly they're supposed to have a Blue Beetle animation coming out. So they might be in talks about bringing them.
To continue that story from the movie?
Yeah. So there might be something in there. Yeah. So
All right, so Land of the Champions says 150 domestically, globally 230.
Okay, see,
Get it right, guys.
Okay.
Girl.
he's putting up there
Excuse me, man. I didn't say it like that. Okay, the first time, man, you said, and I said,
Yeah.
and now you say that. Okay, I fix it.
Mira,
I
con
fix it.
cuidado, no me hables así.
Coño, este hombre me empieza a hacer todo. We gotta do our Spanish show, dude.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mais
Yeah,
oui.
we. There goes we in French. We. le baguette.
Mais oui,
Yeah.
G Major.
They took
And the
one.
fact.
Who said 150 this weekend?
He said 150 domestically, yeah, opening, and 230, I believe he said. I have to go back. 230 globally.
I
And
would
DQ
say
says another
190.
Fantastic Four dud, maybe.
You said 190?
No, I think it'd be maybe like 190.
Wait, didn't we take these numbers before? I have to
Did
like
we?
put
I
like a
don't, did we do
bookmark.
Superman numbers?
Oh no, that was on. Oh, that was on Rob's.
Oh, we went
channel.
Jurassic Park.
Rob's channel.
And we went
Oh,
Jurassic,
okay.
right? We did do Jurassic. Did we do Jurassic? No, Superman.
Yeah,
no, Rob.
No, I think didn't
No,
we?
we
Jurassic?
did do it. We did do it. I found it.
We did all three.
Fletch said 100 million domestically
On which one?
on Superman.
What I say?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna open.
You said
after
120.
I think it's
I say 120. Yeah.
Yeah, I said 145. That's what I said.
Okay. I think you might be right.
It's right there.
No.
Right.
I say 115.
Yeah. 115.
Yep.
Were you there when we did this? No, you weren't.
No.
No, you wouldn't.
115.
I do 115 and
Major.
$1.
$1, Bob. $1.
Let's do that.
$1.
Lana Champion says, I agree, Guy Scar. Don't let my wife hear you. The fact that Thunderbolts was well received and still bomb should tell you that the state that Marvel is in at the moment. Exactly.
Yeah, they lost their.
It sucks, man.
They lost
They
their.
need to slow down.
They lost their mojo, baby. Yeah.
They, like Jay's gonna say, they went out of control. They got too hype, and it was
like we used to say, no matter what, when you saw that Marvel logo, you were going to see it regardless whether it was good or bad, because you had to go see it.
Yeah.
Danny's famous lines was, once that Marvel Studios, you were guaranteed a billion almost, right?
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
But like and also at that time, it was superhero movies were newer, more becoming more ingrained in pop culture. So it was cool to go see those movies back then. It was part of our pop culture, lexicon and everything.
That's right.
And now it's kind of is waning now. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's what Land of Champions says right now. If Thunderbolts came out around 2016, 2018, it would have been. It's like Captain Marvel. It came out right between Infinity War and Endgame.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there was that hype was there.
Yeah.
They built up such a great hype in that storyline that, and they saw the ending with the pager, like, oh, and boom, that movie came out. How did I get that pager? What happened? Right?
And they were going to drop something for us to see for Infinity War, which they did, in game. So
I think with Doomsday and Secret Wars, they should have been building up Doom.
Have him sprinkled in and all this stuff. Have him somebody involved with the rings with Miss Marvel. Have him involved with the rings of Shang-Chi. Have him, just have him somewhere in the mix, involved. Not necessarily show him, but just, like they did. For example, like they did with Age of Ultron when they were going to get Claudius Claw, and he was like, "I got vibranium from this country called Wakanda." And that led to Black Panther and Civil War. It's like that kind of dropping those little things throughout the series made that first 3 to 4 phases so special. And they had the perfect formula. I don't know why they strayed from it.
And
phase 4, forget about it.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
And then you had Loki. Yes, you were dealing with Kang, but if Doom is going after Loki, now he's controlling the trees. That's what I'm thinking. What's going to go on with this Doomsday? You should have brung him in there and just like is he just trying to find Loki and find out how he rules these timelines?
Or even like one of the TVA screens, just have him like in the
Yes.
screen in the background,
Right.
you know, and have a file like we have to watch out for this guy right here, and you see,
And you know the only thing
Victor Von Doom's name on it. That's all you had to do, you know, that kind of stuff sprinkled throughout, you know, the last few phases.
and the only time we saw him was XM97.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, and the fact that they had to add that last minute thing to Thunderbolts, like last minute, just to give a little connection. It's like y'all should have had already sprinkled it all throughout. I mean, we should have had like a little hint here, a little hint there, you know. Then make it rewatchability.
We
Now
don't
make
have
me
the
rewatch
same
Shang-Chi.
connection we had with the movies.
Nope.
The first go around that we do.
Yep.
Right.
Never down.
No.
You know what would have been dope if, yes, you see the Fantastic Four rocket and you got inside and you see the Iron Glove controlling the ship. That would have got.
We got 17 people watching across Rumble and
Nice.
YouTube.
Let's get it.
Yeah, I got it to work. I got it to work on Rumble. That's awesome.
All right.
The Juan says, "Did you guys hear about the Street Fighter cast?" Yes, baby.
Yeah.
I didn't go into it into depth. You guys?
Yeah.
No, I have not heard.
We had 50 Cent. We had Jason Momoa. We had
Right. Jason Momoa as Blank, I believe. 50 Cent as
yeah.
Balrog.
I'm bringing it up right now.
Yeah, they had that one girl as Chung-Li. What was that? The only one that I was kind of iffy about is what is it? I put it. What was its name?
I don't know. I haven't really looked into it. Street Fighter cast.
Yeah,
Round
that
one.
David the Mouskin as Bison. Did you see that one?
Oh my God, David Damascus lands role of villain M. Bison.
Yeah,
Really?
I was like,
he doesn't look like a bison.
that dude. That
He can pull it out.
Yeah, he can pull it out. Yeah,
That's the guy from
I think
Murderbot. Yeah.
Yeah, put the hat and the suit on him. He has that jaw for it.
He has that jaw for it.
Is it Cody Rhodes is playing Street Fighter? I mean, Guile.
So let's check this
Yeah,
out.
wasn't
Here.
that?
So we have. Where we at?
Yeah, Cody Rhodes, guys.
I got the Deadline article for you. You want to read it?
Yeah, I got the Forbes.
Yeah, that's it.
Excuse me.
Yeah, he could play Bison.
No, no.
I'm sending you a link.
I mean,
So
even
we got
Raul
playing
Julia.
Bison.
I'm sending you a link right now. Guys,
I only saw that one.
I sent the link.
Now, see, man, you're like private chat. You guys are getting the hang of this thing now. You see that? See, guys, see?
Not by choice.
It started so terribly at the beginning, but it really ends up.
Andrew's no way he's playing in that movie. What?
Hold on.
I know Roman Reigns is playing Akuma. Heard of that. Nice. You can't even get to work.
No, it's because Fletch got kicked out. So now I'm like all messed up.
Why there's two of you?
It's not two of me. That's the sharing one. So I just have to get here.
That's the AI gas card. It only
That's your like you did Riri. You cloned yourself. You had to clone
yourself, yeah.
Hey girl. What up, girl? What's up, bitch?
Yeah, bitch.
Oh wow!
It's me. Who else would it be?
Damn.
That's gas card AI, and it's Dominican.
And it's Dominican. Wow. I think I broke my computer. No, I didn't.
Oh, great.
Oh, God.
It's lagging like
Timo
crazy.
StreamYard strikes again.
Strikes again. He's just talking good about it too.
Again. I know that was the problem. You talk too nice about it. Oh,
You
I
guys
got it all
jinx it.
set up. Yeah, I got Rumble to work, but check this out.
Man.
You know,
There he goes.
I got Rumble to work with. This is all broken. Oh my gosh. All right, so here we got. So this is the guy from
Warrior.
G.I. Joe, right?
Yeah. No. What he playing?
He
Did he play
played.
G.I.
Ryu?
Yes, he played Snake Eyes. Didn't he?
Oh,
Was he?
Yeah. Or was it that
He was in
show
Warriors, that Bruce Lee
yes,
show.
Yes. Street Fighter. All right. I can see that. Ryu. Okay. This guy is Ken. I don't see it. Sorry.
I don't
don't
see
see
that
it.
at
I don't
all.
know what it is. I don't know
I
why.
need a blonde guy for. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
even if he
Yeah.
dyes his hair, it's
Yeah.
not doing it.
yeah.
That's a Chun Li.
Watch out.
Yeah.
Chun Li's a
I
little
don't-
skinny for my taste.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She better have she better have thunder thighs. Thunder thighs.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, all depends on
You gotta
the
do those
legs.
thunder thighs. Okay, I can see him as Bison. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Oh
Cody
yeah,
Rhodes
I
as
can
Guile?
see that. Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
Cody Rhodes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Good casting. Blanca. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
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 I can see this. 50 Cent.
That role.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh.
And he's supposed to be Vega.
Yeah.
Orville Peck. Sorry, man. We need a real Spaniard for Vega. And Andrew Scholl playing Dan Hibiki. Really?
Yeah, I didn't
And
see
we
that.
got Roman Reigns
Yeah,
as
that's
Akuma.
that's a good
Yeah,
cast right
Okay.
there.
That was a
Okay.
good cast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll be interesting. That's not bad. Not bad.
Honestly, that original Street Fighter with Jean-Claude, that's one of my childhood guilty pleasures.
Right.
I love
I
that
saw
movie.
a roast of that movie.
I love that
Yeah.
movie though, man.
Stop.
That movie rocks.
Dude, I probably I burnt that VHS we had of that movie up when I was a kid.
You burnt
I love that movie, man.
I mean,
Right,
look at
Raul
Raul Julia with
Yeah.
John Claude Van Damme. You can't get Shakespearean trained actor playing against John Claude. That was like
I
he
might
even
try to
bulked
find
up
that
for
week.
the
I might
role.
watch this
He
weekend at
was
the hotel.
sick. He just recovered from like a cancer fight, and he bulked up for the role.
Yeah.
And it was like, man, it was amazing. Dude rocked.
Yeah.
This guy got big shoes to fill, or big,
You
Yeah.
say what you want.
Nazi hat.
You say you want that first Mortal Kombat movie and Street Fighter.
Yeah,
were
we're
one of the
fire.
two best video game adaptation
I wasn't
movies.
I wasn't a fan of the Street Fighter movie.
What?
I wasn't
What?
because I just didn't feel it accurate enough. I didn't feel it was accurate enough. I'm sorry. I just didn't.
But it was
But
fun.
it was
Oh,
fun. It was fun.
It was fun. Yeah,
It
yeah,
was
it was
But
funny.
it wasn't for me. It was like
Fun as heck, yeah.
yeah. Fast Eddie says, Brand New Day will do $1 billion. It's coming out between Doomsday and Secret Wars. I believe so. I believe
That's
it's going to do
Spider-Man.
well.
I can see that.
It's
They bring it,
Spider-Man.
bring it,
It's
Spider-Man.
been a minute.
Spider-Man,
It's been a minute.
Spider-Man, Batman, Superman are the big three.
Yeah.
Their names are always going to bring in numbers.
Yeah.
This is-
They will.
I just finished reading this baby right here.
what's that? One more.
One
day?
more day.
Yeah,
One more day.
Is
Has that got Mr. Negative in it?
No, this is with it's what leads up after Aunt May got shot because she kind of moved and blocked the bullet because it's after Peter, but everybody knows he's Peter Parker, right?
Yeah, you're reading
Because of the whole Civil War thing.
Mhm.
So they're targeted. She gets shot, and he's all guilty and stuff, and makes a deal with Mephisto. So goes to Doctor Strange. So it's kind of like what we got. Kind of
what
they got what Doctor Strange did in No Way Home. Everybody forgot who he was. It's part of this story. So now I understand when people are saying, "Oh, it's kind of like One More Day," right? Because I never read this. So now I understand why they're getting that from.
How about, I'm just going to throw this out here. How about now, since we have Mephisto officially in the MCU, what if he's the one that kind of reverses what Doctor Strange did and gets Peter back to with MJ and all them?
They could. But I don't know if they're going to do that.
I don't think
because,
they're going to push
they
it.
got Punisher. They're doing the Punisher one, and then they're going to do like the Savage Hulk. It's like, man, that's going to be a whole lot to pick up. But, who knows? I mean, right now, before we kind of knew what was coming up, right? In a sense, even though we didn't see the movies, we kind of felt, I think they're doing this, right?
We have no idea.
We have no clue, right? Because I thought the whole thing, even with Ironheart, I thought was going a different way, and I was like, okay, well, all right.
Might be a good thing we don't know.
And like Wonder Man, I have no clue. Did you see the Wonder Man?
Oh yeah,
it doesn't look bad. It looks like a comedy.
It doesn't look bad, but where is it?
I'm curious about that show. I don't know nothing about Wonder Man, so I'm
I
curious.
kind of do. He's supposed to have the same brain
as Vision, right?
Yeah, because we got Vision Quest coming up, and did you guys see the interview?
You watch your mouth. You watch your mouth.
Easy.
And he goes,
Easy.
Street Fighter was ass.
Come on
What?
now.
Watch your mouth.
Man,
Those
now she's
fighting
only
words.
Anik, you're only getting one plate at the barbecue now. No two plates.
Those fighting words around these parts.
Fascinated says I wouldn't
Man.
count out Marvel every time that happens. They pull
Yeah, they do.
us back in.
We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going
We're still
nowhere.
gonna go watch it.
We're gonna
Hey,
watch
you're
it.
still
We're
gonna
gonna
watch
watch
it.
it.
It's not like you're gonna go like, yeah, I'm not watching that
We're like-
crap.
we're like-
And
we're like-
then you're on the front row seat, you know, like when you
It's
popcorn,
like looking over your
and
shoulder,
you
make
pop
sure
the
that anybody
cup.
you know doesn't see
Right.
you.
It's like-
We're all crackheads looking for that initial
fix.
high we had, that fix we had the first time.
You got any more of them
One more
comic
time.
book movies?
Got any more of the MCU
Oh
movies?
my god.
Yeah. No, but like
But-
we're talking about Wonder Man. So if you watch, they did like a press thing with Robert Downey Jr. and Dominic, the lady who played Riri, and he had a West Coast Avenger shirt. Like
Oh,
you
yeah?
guys know, West Coast
Yeah.
Avenger, one of the main, characters in that was Wonder Man.
Yeah.
So
So they're working on that. You know they are, and we're not getting a second season of Ironheart.
No,
No,
I don't.
It's not
I
happening.
don't,
Not
yeah, I don't think
everybody,
so.
yeah.
Any plans that they had for that, they're just
Yeah.
scrapping it, and they're gonna bring her in a movie.
Yeah.
They're probably gonna bring her in
Well,
West
she's in
Coast
Doom-
Adventures.
She's in Doomsday. They
Yeah.
might bring her in with what's her name?
The girl Hawkeye.
The young girl. No, she's not doing it. The Miss Marvel.
Miss
She's
Marvel,
the one. She's the one going around and get all the younger kids. You know, so
Yeah.
Young Avengers.
The Young Avengers.
Yeah. So
Yeah. I don't think they're gonna go Young Avengers though. I think they're gonna just
they'll,
bring out
they'll,
West Coast.
they'll name. Yeah, I think they'll be the West Coast Avengers, younger ones.
They'll have an asterisk.
Oh, that might be a good idea. Yeah.
Storm Shadow none exists the movie because don't deserve to be talked about. That's who Storm Shadow.
Tell me what you really think.
That's a lot. I like that movie. It's
Snake
just
Eyes?
I didn't hate it, but
It
I
took
was
me-
pissed off that the only time we got the freaking suit was right at the end.
It took me 3 times to watch that movie.
I saw it in the theater. It was during the whole COVID thing. Yeah. My daughters liked it. They were like, it's pretty good. But they have this Asian infatuation.
Yeah.
Like K-pop stuff they're listening to.
Hey, that K-pop thing on Netflix, that's pretty good. I watched it.
Like,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
The anime?
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. I ain't gonna lie.
Wow.
apparently the soundtrack is like top of the charts.
Everybody was
Yeah.
talking about it. I was like, let me
Yep.
watch this real quick. I was like,
Yeah.
I got into it. I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, you saw that Netflix now, there was a figure that just came out. Like the majority of people watching stuff on Netflix now
It's
are
Korean stuff.
anime.
Anime,
You know, and anime.
Anime is the
Yeah.
number one selling stuff.
Yeah.
That's when
so
I
it's
first
like,
fell in
yeah,
love with love. I mean, yeah, it's true. She was Chun-Li in that movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That is true. She was so
I mean,
young
if
then.
they want to, change it real quick to, what do you call it? Nicki Minaj, I don't know.
Oh,
You know,
I heard
she
Ironheart
knows
was
what I'm
great
talking
into this.
about.
Yes, it did. Yeah, it did.
yeah.
Mephisto
You did
is
a
there.
damn good job.
At the end, yeah.
He looked good. He looked good.
Have you watched season 2 yet, Dan?
No, I didn't. I know Rob.
Yeah, Rob's ahead of
binged
us
it
now.
about-
I get ahead of
I
us.
know. I'm probably gonna watch it this weekend.
Yeah,
I'm probably gonna watch it this
I got some downtime in the hotel this weekend,
Yeah.
so I'll probably watch it soon.
Yeah, they're milking the multiverse thing for all it's worth. Yeah, they're using it to course correct.
Of course, correct. Yeah,
Who watched
and they're not the
Shadow
only
Force?
one. They're not the only one. A lot of movies now and shows and TV shows. It's a cop out to me now. I'm so sick of all the multiverse stuff.
Yeah. Anybody watch Shadow Force? If yes, is it worth
Oh,
it? I didn't.
I was
didn't watch it.
going to. We were going to. We were gonna watch it, but it's like I don't know. We've had this thing because I think isn't it Tyler Perry, part of their production things. We had this kind of lull with
It's Lionsgate.
what's Lionsgate. We had like this lull with Tyler Perry movies in the family, and
I
it
am
was
not.
like, I don't know.
I
it's a
will.
connection.
I know I'm gonna get crucified, but I hate Tyler Perry movies. I can't
But
stand them.
what like did your family
I
ever have like a thing? My
I
whole-
can't stand Tyler Perry.
we
can't
had a
stand 'em.
thing where it's
They
like
don't
we used to watch every Denzel movie that comes out. You have to watch it. And we had like the shorts thing where like everything Tyler Perry came out, the whole family went to watch, right?
Really?
And then it turned for the worse.
The only thing I like was Alex Cross.
They're
That was
so
not
over
bad.
the
That was
top.
kind of underrated.
Cross was good.
Yeah.
Cross was
Did
good.
you guys watch the new one on Amazon?
Yeah. Well, I saw the
watched,
first
like,
two
a
episodes.
little
Oh, yeah, I didn't watch the full. I didn't go back. But I
Yeah.
read all the books back in the day.
I love the
Yeah.
books.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I
people
love
forget
that
like
place.
Morgan Freeman played Alex
Oh yeah,
Cross.
he was great. Alex Cross.
Who else played Alex Cross? Or somebody else.
Oh yeah, it was so Tyler Perry did his thing,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
which
Yeah,
it was all
so
right.
yeah.
yeah. And oh, did you see the thing? Did
Thing.
about Fantastic Four, and they have like a boot that looks like T'Challa's boot. Some people
Really?
are saying a Riri. Did I send you that?
No. Did you say Star Trek 2009 wasn't bad? Wasn't bad? Bass?
Probably bad.
Wasn't Basque?
I don't know.
One back.
Did you guys see that the new trailer for what you call it came out Wednesday?
For what?
Oh yeah. I was, watched it this
For
morning.
what?
Wednesday.
Oh, and any trailer drop?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let me see it.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's right here.
I find it funny.
Live and direct Wednesday trailer.
It's been so long. Her brother's like 10 feet taller than her now.
Right.
I don't know, man. I haven't seen it. Let's check it out. So
Well, I think they leaned that into in the thing,
Yeah.
This is the first time you've ever willingly returned to a school. How does it feel?
Like returning to the scene of the crime. I already know where the bodies are buried.
She like on her knees.
Wednesday Addams. It is an honor to meet the savior of Nevermore.
Can I get your autograph? I only signed my name in blood. I would expect nothing less. I never said it was my own blood.
We need to set bear traps out here.
Howdy, Ruby. We're gonna have so much fun. And where fun goes to die.
I know what those tears mean. What did you see?
Enid dies and it's all my fault. I died because of you!
I will not let history repeat itself.
Secrets are the bedrock of the Addams family. The sooner I get answers, the sooner I can save Enid. Or die trying.
Women like us, we forge our own path. Dig our own grave.
What the hell happened? Wednesday happened. Wednesday Addams is here. It's Addams with 2 Ds. Like padded room.
Oh,
Two parts.
Oh, 3 parts.
Yeah, they're breaking
See-
up the stuff in 2 parts, like they did with Squid Games.
It looked like
Yeah,
Captain
yeah.
Tina Jones getting more involved in this.
I will say she looks amazing.
She does.
They're gonna
Everywhere
make
you go.
they're gonna make a whole lot of money on this one.
Oh, yeah,
You
I
can tell
love-
the pacing and the stuff is so much better than the last trailer.
I think the first one was a pleasant surprise. I enjoyed the first one. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was. My kids were watching it. I just sat on the couch, and next thing you know, I'm like 3 episodes.
Yeah, you're like keep on going,
Like,
keep it rolling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's one of those things
Yeah.
where you can watch with your cousins, your daughters, and stuff like that. So it's a fun little show.
Especially Spock and Scotty.
Shifty with the
Yeah.
shifting.
Shifty with the shifting. I can't wait for Wednesday. It's so good. Yeah, I like it. That was a pretty good trailer too. That looks good.
Yeah, it was
I
a
never
good
watched
trailer.
the first
Yeah.
season. Man, saying that, ladies and gentlemen,
Yes, sir.
yeah, like 17. Actually, I saw up to 19 viewers today. That's awesome. Yep. Yep.
Very nice.
Yeah,
very
we're
nice.
gonna spread it a little bit more next week. We're gonna see if we can get into the Twitch and stuff. Use my own
Woo!
Twitch. Yeah. We're gonna see what happens.
Getting
Yeah,
adventurous now.
Yes, man. I'm I gotta test the waters. I'm at
Hey, what's your name of that?
899 subs. Been going up
Yeah.
slowly.
Let's
Yeah,
get
yeah. I'm see if I can get back to my 1,000. Man, I can't believe I was at 1.3K, man.
When
Then
when
all
did
of a sudden-
the mass exodus happen? That was like a year ago.
Was it a year? I don't know. Maybe 6 months ago.
6 months ago.
Yeah, it was.
It was after I did that whole Star Wars is dead on Disney.
Yeah.
Everything started after that.
Right after
So, I don't
Acolyte.
Yeah, it was around Acolyte.
Yeah.
It was around that time. Yeah, that's okay. Apparently, YouTube does that cleanse thing to a bots or canceled accounts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, who knows? Nick says Netflix is breaking shows into 2 or 3 parts to prevent people from finishing them quickly and canceling their subscriptions, which sucks for me because I like binging. Well, man, Anik, man, back in the day, we had to wait every week to watch a show.
Yeah. But also back in the day, we had to wait 3 years for the next season to happen.
Yeah,
it
Game
was
of Thrones.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones, remember that one?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Then we
Bro,
got
did
season
you
8.
just do back in the day we didn't have no thing. If we wanted to, if something happened with your song, you needed a pencil.
You had to be at your in front of your, you had to be at your couch at the time that show was coming on.
I remember when the tape would break, we would have to open it, the cassette for the music, open it, cut it in an angle, use Scotch tape on the back side, hook it together, and just it would like jump to a different part of the song, but at least you save the rest of the tape.
When something happened to your video games, you used to pop them out and just blow on them.
Yeah, that was my first.
I remember
that was my first blowjob.
I was in the military when Hulu first came out.
That's don't tell, bro.
And I remember I was saying, "Oh, this is going to take off." And we had like a couple of TV series and everything, and then now look where we are now. Everything is like Hulu.
Yeah,
I remember when Netflix, you had to order your movie.
You had to get the things, and then they got mad at you
I'm sure Blockbuster
and stuff.
I'm sure Blockbuster's kicking their ass.
$200 for you got $200.
If Blockbuster would have followed suit, they would still be here.
They would have still be here. Yeah.
They probably could have took out Netflix. Honestly,
No, well, that's the thing. They could have bought Netflix.
Yeah, it could have bought Netflix.
It was a purchase,
and it would have been you would see Blockbuster streaming right now.
Yeah, Blockbuster. But
I do miss Blockbuster. There's nothing like going on a Friday night and walking through the aisles and trying to find your movie.
100%. The smell of the popcorn.
Or getting mad when there's no movie behind the little display. Like, dang, I'm mad.
Man, there's none. And you were waiting at the door and people were bringing back their stuff.
Yeah.
You were like, did they bring it in?
Yeah.
Did you guys see there's actually still one?
There's one left.
It's like Oregon.
No.
No. My sister, like, I told my sister, it's like, because she was going with her husband, like, on a camping trip. And I was like, oh, you got to go by there and see if it's
in Bend, Oregon. It's still there.
Yeah,
it's still there.
Yeah. How cool is that?
Yeah. Man, that's awesome.
Yeah. I saw a documentary about it, and the lady actually goes. Did you guys see that? She goes and gets. Man, that's so. That's the kind of stuff you kind of like. Oh man, that's just so cool.
If I lived in Bend, I would support it.
You would totally right.
Yeah,
100%. I'd be there every week. Yeah,
man, those. Man, I miss
those days, man. I miss those days.
And it's back in the day
when I was
8
young
months for a new season. Now it's every 2 years.
Yeah, 2-3 years. Yeah.
Back in the days, there weren't so many critics influencing. There was no influencers really.
I remember when YouTube came on the scene.
I remember I was at work many years ago. Like I'm talking about 20 years ago or more. And the person goes, man, I saw this thing on this website. It's called YouTube. And I'm like, what do you mean? You like YouTube? Like YouTube, right? And he's like, YouTube, like the group? She says, no, YouTube. You and Tube. And then I went there and I started checking out stuff, man. And that was
you remember how the old site looked? Nothing like it looks nowadays. It was basic.
Very.
Very basic.
Nick says, facts, especially Friday and Saturday nights going to a Blockbuster and Hollywood Videos. Hollywood Videos. There was
we had Hollywood Videos too.
Hollywood Videos.
Yeah.
But also the good ones, those mom and pop stores. That those that you found those 70s, 80s, like weird movies.
We had one, I forget what it was called. But it was a laundromat in a video store. Like,
right. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's
I just saw your thing.
Video store, karaoke at the back.
I just saw the thing that Fletch sent me about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sorry, man. I just didn't see it before.
Cool.
Give me a sec. I'll share it now.
Don't break the computer.
I'm not breaking the computer.
Trying to pull up like. Trying to pull up a thing. Here we go. All right. Hold on. What?
That was smooth. That was smooth. I know. So
Smooth.
this is what it is.
Yeah, yeah. So that's supposedly, if you look like blow it over something, it really looks like it's like T'Challa's shoe, right?
Oh,
I know it's one of
yeah.
those things,
Oh,
and we might be
Okay.
grasping at straws, but
This feels like
someone says, and if you
this,
see the post before this, it's like a cockpit of um like if you see that, so that's
Oh, this
one
is
of
where
the
it is at.
yeah. So if you see in the corner right there, and there, and
That's
supposedly
U.S.
somebody's
agent.
yeah. So you have U.S. Agent, you have Falcon, and you
Yeah.
have
What the hell is that?
let's
Is that
see, who
Vision?
was it?
No, it's not Vision.
No. That's so we have Eon Moss, which is and that's the Thing, right? So the
Oh,
one cat that
okay.
plays the Thing.
that's part of their motion capture suits, I think.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he's got the motion, but then that's Danny Ramirez, which is a
Yeah.
Falcon. You got U.S. Agent, but then you have the little boot on the corner. So
Okay.
I don't know.
That could be
Not trying
anybody.
to.
That could be
Trying to.
anybody.
That's true, but hey, I'm just
This
I'm
feels like
just throwing
Mephisto
it
on the
out there.
wall.
Just
This is
throwing
like
it out there,
Watch it
right?
be.
Mephisto on the wall.
Watch it be just
Yeah.
Siri.
Well,
There's
that's
gonna
what
be
some
Shuri
people
there.
say.
That's
I'm
gonna
just
be.
saying.
Yeah, it's
That's
gonna
a
be
pretty
Shuri.
big foot. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
just saying it. Hey, we got a whole series with a teaspoon, like a tablespoon, with watching
With a red
Mephisto, and now
face.
you're dogging me out for just showing the shoe. Come on, man.
Oh my gosh, man.
Work with me here.
It's freaking awesome. All right, boys. Let's tell the people where they can find you.
Oh, you can check me out on my channel, Fletcher Williams Second Games channels, which I probably haven't posted anything on it. I did put on my Catholic channel, Indignant Desert Birds. We have a review of Superman, and I think I'm gonna cut up a spoiler one that we did, like pretty soon. I hope. I don't know. I'll be traveling for a bit, so probably be lose on contact for a bit. But
Cool. Just
thank you
travel
guys so much.
safely, man. Man,
I
thank
know,
you for
man.
being
I'm
here,
still
man. Week in and
packing.
week out. And DJ.
What's up, y'all? Find me on my channel, Token Black Guy, where I'm a
And the haters. You can find the haters too.
Find me
I
all the
know
haters
it's
and
a
everything.
James Gunn stand.
Yeah, but no, find me on my channel, Token Black Guy. Here Wednesday nights with you guys. Sunday night with Gascar, Danny, and Rob on Storms Live, and I have a gaming channel with Rob every other Sunday. But I will be traveling this weekend. But I will be trying to get my spoiler review up once everybody has seen it. So, and I will be on live with you guys on Sunday night with Rob. So pick me up in the hotel room. Taking the show on the road. Taking the show on the road.
Woo!
Hotel. Hope there's no
Oh
distractions
no,
behind you.
No, just me.
how was your QG, Major? You're supposed to go on the road again.
I wish. No, you can find me at G Major. What up, though? Do have my review of Superman up. You want to go a little bit farther than that? I've been checking out train wreck documentaries. The one about Poop Cruise, hilarious. Make sure you check that out. Got that review up. And music wise, got a new single out. Kind of good summer hit called "In the Place to Be" from World Soundtracks out of the UK. It's out now on the Beatport and Track Source, and will be available on
Apple Music?
Spotify, Apple Music later in
Sweet.
August.
Send me that. Send it to the group there on X.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I will. And let you know the album I'm on, Detroit on the Move, Volume 2, sold out again at the UK record store.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Congrats, man.
So it's getting it's blowing up. So
That is so cool, dude.
They already said it's the best.
That is
2025.
Nice.
Congrats, bro.
Nice.
Thank you.
Congrats. That is awesome. And that concludes another one. Danny was not here this week. He was tired. Real life sometimes kicks us in the butt, and we need to recharge, and that's what he's doing. So hope you watched the show. If not, I'm sure he's going to comment later. I know he was on the chat earlier, cracking jokes as always. And yeah, that concludes today's week. And guys, I think we stuck another one. And see you all next week. Adios, muchachos. Hasta la próxima.